Well, here we are. We're gonna be starting the last season of Avatar today, man. And let me tell you, I'm excited. I'm very excited, but I'm also nervous and I'm a little bit sad as well because this show has just been so good. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself once this is over, right? Because it's just like such a incredible show, man. And there's so much like build up that's been happening, right? So I think there's gonna be a lot of crazy shit that goes on this season for sure. And before we start this episode, I just wanted to take a little second and just thank all of you who have been watching so far. It's been a lot more than I ever imagined, right? And I just wanted to say thank you for that, and thank you for the birthday wishes. I read all the comments, and a lot of people really enjoyed the last video that I put out, right? The reaction to the ending of book 2. Well, I think that's enough of that. Let's get into the first episode of book 3. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go, let's go. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Oh, wow, it's Aang immediately. Whoa, 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 whoa. Aang has hair. Yo, Aang actually has a head of hair, bro. No, okay, this is crazy already. I did not think we would ever see this, right? This is low-key one of the more shocking things that I didn't expect. And this is like the first 10 seconds, and I'm already yapping your head off. But so I'll keep it short. But like, bro, Aang has hair. And so this is crazy, right? Because this means that a decent amount of time has already passed. So there is a time skip of some sort, because we saw that Aang was quite injured in the last episode, how it ended, right? And now, you know, it seems like he was almost in a coma of some sort, you know? Wow, he's just waking up from this slumber that he's had. Oh, this is Fire Nation-esque. What the hell? Did he get captured? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Damn, see, it's been a long time, bro, because he's even having trouble walking, right? Oh, shit. They're saying stop, wait. Maybe they're not doing this for a bad purpose. Momo? Oh, they're playing with Momo.
That's gotta be you.
It's Toph and Kataro!
You're awake.
Where's Sokka at, man? He feels like he's still dreaming. But why are these Fire Nation? Oh. Sokka's in the Fire Nation getup. Oh, wow, and he fainted again. It's a little bit overloading his brain right now. And here he is, Zuko. Wow, man. Wow, he's going back home.
I didn't ask for your whole life story.
He had to give his little monologue. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? May and Zuko. This is crazy.
You need to take it easy, okay?
Aang doesn't really remember what happened.
Your hair.
She likes his hair.
How long was I out? Weeks.
A few weeks.
Okay.
Wow.
Fine, Dad.
Katara and Sokka's father.
Oh, wow, it's their father.
Odd, didn't I?
That's crazy. Why is she kind of resenting him?
It's an honor to meet you.
It's an honor.
Great. Now you guys have fine giving us a little privacy?
Okay, she wants privacy. That's understandable.
Your dad or something?
Yeah, she does seem angry at him.
Did you say that?
Why would you say that? Oh, I don't know.
Maybe we should go upstairs.
Wow. Damn, that's such a gnarly scar. Oh, wow, it's coming back to him now. Interesting. Oh, damn. Yeah, he's remembering everything now.
It was worse than that.
It was worse than getting hurt.
Gone. Me back.
He got killed.
The spirit water from the North Pole.
And she resuscitated him.
Saved me.
Wow, man. That's so crazy.
Your princess clever and
Okay. And now they're arriving back home.
Face the Avatar.
Wow.
The Avatar fell. Kingdom fell.
Wow, the Earth Kingdom fell.
Quickly overtook the
The entire city got taken over. Wow, they actually took down the walls of Ba Sing Se. Damn. Wow. So the Fire Nation, of course, they capitalized on this moment, right? And this is cool because I didn't really consider this aspect of, you know, the aftermath of what happened. And it just seems like Azula has gained quite a bit of infamy from what she has done. You know, she has made a name for herself. You know, she has done something that the Fire Lords have been trying to do for a long time. And that is, you know, conquering the Earth Kingdom, the major Earth Kingdom city, which would be Ba Sing Se, of course, right? And how immediately after this happened, the Fire Nation invaded and they took down the wall and they immediately, you know, overthrew what was going on and they took control of Ba Sing Se. And I just think it's cool to see, you know, how that has been handled in these past few weeks, because it makes perfect sense, right? It just makes perfect sense. But I think it's cool how now the Fire Nation is coming to really respect Azula, right? And I think this just goes to show that Azula is most likely to take the throne of becoming the next Fire Lord. So yeah, man. Yep, they got their little damn war machines pulling up too.
Have returned.
Now the heroes have returned.
Princess Azula.
Okay, bruh. Yeah, what a hero. And the prince has returned. Wow, they're cheering for him too. And he's got his little ponytail back.
We had to get you to safety. Found my father and the other water tribe.
Okay, they met up with the water tribe afterwards.
The Earth King just completely alone.
Oh, wow, interesting. Okay, little conclusion for the Earth King.
And made it our disguise.
Right.
Since then, we've been traveling west. Serpent's Pass a few days ago.
Okay, they went through the Serpent's Pass. And so they're cosplaying as the Fire Nation.
Without the Earth King's armies, we'll still leave the Fire Nation vulnerable.
Interesting.
So we're planning a smaller invasion.
Right.
Just a ragtag.
Good to see you.
Oh, it's Pipsqueak.
The Eclipse isn't his advantage.
The Eclipse isn't their biggest advantage. They have a secret.
You. The whole world thinks you're dead.
Right, and this is crazy, man, because I just think this is cool because it just like subverts our expectations, you know, and like it was like kind of a misdirection in terms of like the build up to how this final conflict is going to go. And the fact that Ba Sing Se has been conquered, right, by Azula, that takes our main plan out of the picture. And so instead of getting a massive army to help us invade the Fire Nation, now we're gonna have to kind of make do with what we have and instead kind of do like a little infiltration mission, if I had to assume, sort of what like Azula did, you know, to Ba Sing Se. I just think that's pretty clever in terms of like coming back full circle for the writing, because it seems like, you know, now they're going to infiltrate the Fire Nation as a smaller team, right? And the entire world thinks that Aang is actually dead. They think that Azula killed him. And I'm pretty sure that they're right to some degree. I'm pretty sure Azula did kill Aang. And it was only, you know, for a short period of time. And luckily Katara revived him, right? And so that is like their trump card, right? Is that they don't know that Aang is actually alive. And so now I think this little mission, our new plan to infiltrate the Fire Nation and hit them with an element of surprise is actually a good plan. I think that is very solid. It's still going to be more dangerous though, right? Because now they're heavily outnumbered. But I think they'll be able to pull it off. Yeah.
Isn't that great? It's great. It means the Fire Nation won't be hunting us anymore the day of.
But I think that has its own downsides as well.
You have no idea.
Oh, Aang's gonna handle it. The Avatar is back, but he's not in peak physical condition. And another thing that's cool is how Aang was kind of talking about how it's not necessarily a good thing that people think the Avatar is dead. Like, it's good in the sense of the Fire Nation will not be pursuing them constantly anymore, right? Because that's like their biggest threat to their nation is the Avatar themselves, right? But on the other hand, the fact that Aang is dead, right? I feel like that could have some ripple effects where it could affect other nations in the world in not such a good way, right? And the reason why I say that is because the Avatar is kind of just like a beacon of hope, you know, the symbol of balance and unity within the world. And so if everyone truly, if the news has spread across the entire world, right, and all of the nations, then I think that could actually be a little bit negative in some ways, you know? People won't have much hope in things anymore in terms of, you know, defeating this cycle, you know, this war that's currently going on. And it could honestly just enable the Fire Nation to become even more oppressive in terms of being able to be free to do whatever they want now. They don't have to worry about the Avatar, right? So now their main goal is just to focus on conquering. And I think that maybe the other parts of the world would have a little bit harder time to fight back against it, you know, because the symbol of the resistance against the Fire Nation is dead. And that's what most people believe. So I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? There's positives and there's negatives to it. Yeah, hopefully this will go smoothly. They're gonna check him out. Whoa, who was that? Okay, I thought that was Commander Zhao for a second. They all look so similar.
How hard is it to write a quick note?
He's a little suspicious. Okay.
Sir, at leave for 2 months.
Oh, they know they're lying.
Why doesn't anyone ever tell me? Sink this ship.
Oh, they want to sink it. And Toph heard it. Oh, and Toph uses her metal bending. Yeah. Holy. And Katara, she's doing her thing too, man. Oh, wow. Damn, this is where Zuko would spend a lot of his time with his mother. He has a lot of memories of this place. And Azul is here, of course. May's been in a good
I
mood.
haven't seen Dad yet. In 3 years.
Yeah, he's nervous to see his father.
So what? The Avatar's dead. Survived.
Unless, wow, that's interesting.
From the spirit.
Okay, Zuko knows.
It has special properties for something important.
Interesting. I wonder if he'll say anything.
It survived.
Wow. And that's just so interesting, right? Is because Zuko, I feel like he kind of knows that whatever special properties that water had that Katara was going to use to heal him, I think that he could kind of infer that maybe it could be used to resuscitate someone, although it is like a very, you know, hard thing to believe in itself, because if someone dies, it's like it's very rare to be resurrected. So I think it's interesting, though, how he didn't really tell Azula about this little key detail, although I believe it could just be like it's very personal to him, right? And I think it just goes to show that Zuko does have some good inside of him, right? And he knows deep down that the Avatar is most likely alive. And I also feel like he knows deep down that he isn't really doing the right thing, you know, relapsing and going back to the Fire Nation and seeking approval from his father. Oh, Lord, they're going to try to take the ship down now. Oh, okay, Top's got her own catapult. They shoot fireballs, we shoot big rock. Nice. Dude, her aim is impeccable, bro. Oh, wow. That's not good. They put a hole in the ship. Now a bunch of water is flowing in. Can Katara stop this, though? She looks so cool with her cape, man. Wow, she froze it. Nice. Damn. Oh, wow, she made a lot of steam. Whoa. That's crazy.
You're still hurt.
Yeah.
And you have to stay secret.
Okay, this is really cool, man, because I feel like for the most part, like in terms of all the other books that we've seen so far, for the most part, Aang is like the kind of the MVP. I feel like that's kind of a harsh way to put it, but like most of the like really important things and all the conflicts that they deal with, for the most part, that the gang deals with, Aang is there to, you know, mediate these things, and he is there to help them, of course. So I think it's cool to actually take a step back from that and show Aang as more of like a bystander, like a spectator of some sorts, because we don't want to reveal his existence. So in turn, that would mean that the rest of the gang has to pick up the slack, right? And they have to do all the heavy lifting, and Aang has to sit there and watch. And it's a cool little reversal, because Aang has always been the person to, you know, give his all to help everyone and settle all these big conflicts and battles and such, right? But as a result of that, we get to see how much growth the other characters are going through, the other main characters, right? And a great example is Toph, right? Because Toph has been improving. Even though she was at such a high skill level before, she is even improving now to the point where she's using metal bending, right? And Katara, she's been improving as well. She's also doing the heavy lifting in this battle right now. You know, she just patched up the hole in the ship with ice. And it seemed like she used some kind of steam, which I guess is a product of water bending, of course, right? And so it's just cool to see the characters kind of step up and let Aang just watch for a little while. And it does obviously make him uncomfortable because Aang is the Avatar and he feels like he has to help, right? But it's cool to see them kind of just help him for a change, you know, and him just sit there and watch. And we get to see how the characters have been improving, you know, their physical prowess and all this stuff, right? Okay, but it's still looking a little scary, man.
Things couldn't get much worse.
Things couldn't get much worse. Oh, damn. Well, they shot a fireball at it, so they kind of just sold right there. I think the ship's gonna get destroyed by the dragon, the sea serpent. Thank you, universe.
We're going into town to find some dinner.
Oh, they're going into town, huh?
Pretty hungry.
He's hungry.
Dinner's a good idea.
Is he gonna go with
Tie
him?
this around your head. It'll cover your arrow.
Tied around his head.
Going out if I can't wear my arrow proudly.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a pride thing as well for
You guys
Aang,
go
right?
ahead without us.
And Katara's gonna talk a little bit of sense into him.
I think I understand why being you don't want people to think you failed.
Exactly.
I don't. But I lost.
And he thinks that he failed.
Earth Kingdom has fallen.
Not for good.
It's not for
Remember,
good.
There's still a plan.
The invasion plan too.
He hates the invasion plan.
Anyone else fix my mistakes?
Yeah.
I vote now. I know I need to do it alone.
No. And see, this is Aang just like, you know, Aang has had this, I think, this struggle for quite a long time now, right? And it's completely understandable why he thinks this way, because he's so critical of himself. He just beats himself up so much, and he blames himself for the events that happened in Ba Sing Se, right? But in reality, there is no way for him to actually know what was going to happen. So the fact that he lived is a win in itself, right? And it's kind of like a pride thing for him as well. You know, he said he didn't want to go out if he can't wear his arrow proudly. And it all just ties back to his identity, you know, his self-image, and how he's supposed to be the protector of the world, right? And he thinks that he failed, and he really just doesn't want anyone else to get hurt. But I think the only chance that he would have to actually win this conflict is to rely on the people that love him, you know? And yeah, man, it's just kind of sad to see that he thinks this way of himself. Yeah, give him a little bit of space.
I need to redeem myself.
He needs to redeem
I need
himself.
my honor back.
Wow. He needs his honor back. Dude, okay, this is crazy, man, because, like, this is yet another parallel between Aang and Zuko, and arguably, this is, like, maybe the most striking parallel and resemblance between the two, because now Aang's hair has grown out, similar to how Zuko's hair grown out, right? And they both want to restore their honor. I mean, they literally spelled it out in that scene right there, where now Aang and Zuko are going through the exact same thing, right? But we know for a fact from what Uncle Iroh has said, it's like there is no point in, like, restoring your honor to that degree, right? It's just, at the end of the day, it's a net negative, right? And there, you shouldn't try to, you know, restore this honor because you failed once, right? It's unrealistic to think that you won't fail at all. And when you do, you can't let it hang over your shoulders. You know, you can't let it just weigh on you. And it's just so cool to see that him and Zuko are going through the exact same thing right now. Maybe Zuko to, like, a larger scale, right? You know, to a heavier degree. Because this has plagued Zuko for many, many years. And I just think it's so crazy to see that now Aang is in a similar mindset to what Zuko is facing, right? So if only Iroh was here, man, to give him a little bit of that incredible wisdom. Man, I miss Iroh already, bro. Here we go. The big moment. Wow. There he is.
Eat some food.
He's gone. Of course he's gone, man. Of course he is. Where is he going?
Has changed you.
The weight of his travels has changed him.
Team John.
He's redeemed himself. Wow, my son. Wow. Wow, he can barely even fly correctly. You know, he's pushing himself way too hard.
The world alone.
He has to save the world alone. Exactly,
Maybe that's
Katara.
his way of being brave.
Selfish and stupid.
It is
We
selfish.
should be helping him, and I know the world needs. Oh, how much that we need him too.
Yes,
Leave
exactly.
us behind.
About me too, aren't you?
That's so sad, man.
Could you leave us, Dad? I
Wow.
know we had. She loved us, but
That's so
we're
sad.
just so lost without you.
Damn.
Free and hurt.
I
Aww.
love you more than anything. Yeah, I was gone.
You thought about him every day.
When I went to sleep, I would
Jesus.
lie awake missing you so much it would.
Prince Zuko.
Jeez.
I am proud because you are Sing Se.
He's proud of
Proud
Zuko.
because when your treacherous uncle, you
Wow.
did the right thing.
The Iroh slander, man. That's terrible.
Proudest of Avatar.
He slayed the Avatar.
What did you hear?
Everything.
Wow.
She was amazed.
Wow, Azula actually told their father that Zuko was the one to kill Aang, right? And I think this is so crazy because, well, first of all, that's kind of out of character for Azula, you know, her showing any sign of compassion or anything, right? But if anything, it's kind of like her trying to completely bring Zuko over to their side, right? And I just think it's crazy how, you know, Zuko has had this goal forever and he didn't really achieve it himself, right? And he knows that. But now he is finally at this moment where even though he thought for a while that that's not what he wanted to do, right? This has been forced upon him in some kind of like sad way where now his goal that he had for all this time, right? And that just ate away at him for very, very, very long time is now become true. It's come to fruition, even though it's like different, right? And I think that maybe Zuko, now that he is at this point where his previous, you know, his entire life's goal, right, to restore his honor, become reunited with his father, and kill the Avatar is fulfilled, he might realize that it's not what he really wanted and he gets no satisfaction from it. And I just think that's such a crazy way to bring back that little conflict inside of him. A blockade. Aang, you can't take on all these people by yourself, man. It's just not possible. Oh, wow, he's going underwater. He's swimming under the blockade. Oh, he found a little boat. Nice. He's going surfing now. Holy, this is giving me flashbacks to the first episode, right? Or not the first episode, but when Aang got encased in the ice. Oh, wow, he fell underwater again.
I was the one who killed the Avatar.
Zuko wants to know why she did it.
Wait until morning. Avatar. I figured
Oh,
if I gave you the credit, nothing to worry about.
wow. Why would she do that, though?
Generous.
Azula being
Thank you
generous.
for your help, Lori.
You're
Happy to
lying
share the glory.
for doing this. Just
Exactly.
haven't figured out what
She has
it
some
is.
kind of motive.
Please, Zuko. Could I possibly gain?
Azula
by
looks
letting you
different.
Get all the glory for defeating.
Wow.
Unless somehow the Av's actually alive.
Wow, and she
All
keeps saying that.
glory turned to shame.
Oh,
Yourself. That was impossible.
interesting. So it almost seems like, of course, she has an ulterior motive, right? And I believe what that motive is literally just to cover her own tracks, right? Because if you think about it from her perspective, right? She can easily just say, "Oh, well, Zuko, I'm just trying to be generous to you. I know how much, you know, you were worrying about your father not, you know, restoring your honor." But in reality, I believe it's Azula's way of kind of creating like a failsafe of some sort. So if she really does, I think she has a little suspicion that he could be alive, that Aang could be alive, right? And because of that fact, she gave the credit to Zuko. So when the time comes that Aang reemerges and the Fire Nation sees him, then all of the blame would pretty much go to Zuko, right? Because they're like, "Oh, well, I thought you were the one who dealt the final blow. I thought you killed him," right? And so it just makes perfect sense how Azula, you know, she's so slimy, man. She would even throw her own brother under the bus if it meant to cover her own tracks, right? And assure her victory. Man, crazy, bro. Crazy. Calling him Zuzu. Wow. Yeah, this is exactly like what happened 100 years ago with Aang. Oh, shit. He's still pushing forward. What's his goal? Roku.
One thinks I'm dead again.
Wow.
I've abandoned them.
Roku's gonna talk some sense into him.
Whole world down.
No, no.
Anyone is to blame for the state of the world.
It is Roku.
Should have seen this war coming, did it?
He should have seen it coming.
Inherited my problems. I
Wow.
believe you are destined to redeem me.
You already... Oh!
And you'll save the world again to give up.
It's Yue? No way, man.
Right.
That's
I won't
insane.
give up.
Yes, never give up, Aang. Never give up. Holy. Not just Roku, but Yue is watching over him as well. And she's controlling the tide. This is peak. This is peak already. He's at a volcano of some sort. And Momo's here. Wow, Momo followed him. Oh, they all found him.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, and Hop is here too.
I have so much to do.
But you'll have our help.
Yes, they're right with him.
Just by coming to the Fire Nation, did you?
About the invasion.
What about the
Join up with my
invasion?
dad in the invasion for the eclipse.
On the day of the eclipse. Okay.
The glider.
Yeah, it's his glider. It's
It's
broken.
okay. Would give away my identity.
Wow.
Better for now alive.
Wow, 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 wow. And he's gonna destroy his glider. Ah, he's sticking it in there. Wow, man. Dude. Holy shit. Just like they really leaned into the duality between Aang and Zuko, right? And I just can't help but when I saw this little section right here and how he's talking about how, you know, he has to get rid of this part of him and he doesn't want people to know who he is. I really get flashbacks to back when Zuko and Iroh kind of became fugitives, right? And they disbanded themselves from the Fire Nation and they cut off their ponytail, you know? And it's just crazy because there feels like there's a connection between those two sequences where Zuko, when he cut off his ponytail, and Iroh as well, right? They cut off a part of themselves. And this is exactly what Aang is doing right now. You know, the glider has been with Aang throughout the entire series, and his staff has been like a representation of who he is, you know? But at the same time, that is a part of him that has been struggling for so long, you know, with all these feelings of guilt and shame and just being responsible for things that truly aren't really his fault. So I think it's fascinating how we got a lot of character development already, and he's just going through what Zuko went through, man. I really do feel like they leaned into that element for this episode a lot. And I'm just so interested to see where this goes, especially with Zuko, right? Because Zuko knows that something is up. He knows that Azula has her own motives, and whatever he is being given here really is like it's a facade to some degree, right? And I just think it's so crazy, man. But yeah, I love the theme of this episode and just the messaging behind it. You know, how Aang, he felt responsible for what happened in Ba Sing Se, but in reality, he can't do that. He can't hold it against himself. And he has to shoulder all these burdens, you know, that were even given to him by Roku. How Roku was saying, it's not your fault necessarily. You know, I'm the one that left you with all of these problems, you know? And so I just thought it was so cool to see that. How, even though that Aang feels like, you know, he has to do it alone, he thought, right? Because he doesn't want anyone to get hurt. In reality, he has to rely on all these people that are with him, and not just the main gang, you know, like Sokka and Katara and Toph and everyone else, right? But also the avatars are watching him. All the reincarnations are there with him. And even Yue is there, man. Dude, that scene with Yue, it was awesome. It was so awesome to see Yue. She's watching him as well, and she's helping. You know, so he has so much help from people, and I just thought that was a great episode, man. That was a great episode to start the third season. There was a lot in there. Yeah, that was a great start to the new season, man. Wow. I think one of the most shocking things though is Aang actually has hair now. I've said my piece, and I'm not gonna keep you here too long. So if you're still here, thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you very, very soon. Have a good one.